Do you ever feel trapped by your glasses before you even start your day? For most people with vision problems, reaching for glasses first thing in the morning sends a clear message to your brain: I can't see without help. This habit creates neural pathways that block natural improvement, even when practicing vision exercises. In this video, I'll show you how research on the SCAN network explains why your vision improvement efforts might be failing. You'll discover practical mental reframing techniques that have helped my community members break through plateaus and experience measurable vision improvements within weeks of changing their mindset. So picture this. You've tried eye exercises that seem to work for everyone except for you. You followed all the instructions, did everything right, but still ended up reaching for your glasses every morning. There's actually a scientific reason for this frustrating experience, and it has less to do with your eyes than you might think. When we repeatedly experience needing glasses to see clearly, our brains develop what psychologists call learned helplessness. This is a genuine neurological pattern that forms in responses to our experiences. Think about it. From the moment you were prescribed your glasses or contacts, you've been reinforcing the belief that you can't see without help. But there's more behind these struggles than simply bad habits. It's your brain's wiring. This mental pattern becomes physically encoded through what researchers have identified as the somatocognitive action network, or SCAN. This network creates a direct link between your thoughts about your vision and your actual visual ability, changing how your brain processes visual information. Research has demonstrated that these mind-body connections are built directly into our brain structure. Their studies revealed that brain areas responsible for thinking and planning are physically connected to regions that control bodily functions, including vision. When you repeatedly think, I can't see without my glasses, you're activating specific neural pathways that inhibit natural visual adjustment capabilities. Think of it like a well-trodden path through a forest. The more it's traveled, the more established it becomes, and the harder it is to forge a new route. Your morning routine reinforces these neural pathways daily. As soon as you wake up, before you even give your eyes a chance to adjust naturally, you're telling your brain, I need artificial help to see. This creates a feedback loop. Believing your vision can't improve leads your brain to reduce its natural adjusting efforts, causing your vision to remain dependent on correction. With each passing day, this loop gets stronger and more entrenched. I recently spoke with Jamie, not her real name, who perfectly illustrates this pattern. She tried a vision improvement program after seeing some impressive testimonials. Despite diligent practice, she gave up after a few weeks because nothing was happening. Her brain's established neural patterns were actively working against her efforts. Her SCAN network was essentially saying, this won't work, creating resistance to change. Does this sound like you? Understanding this brain mechanism is the missing key to vision improvement that most programs overlook. You can do all the eye exercises in the world, but if your brain is programmed to maintain the status quo through learned helplessness, those exercises will have minimal effect. It's like trying to drive with one foot on the gas and one foot on the brake. This foot on the brake phenomenon isn't just a metaphor, it's a physical reality happening in your brain right now. The research has revealed something remarkable about self-improvement, including natural eyesight improvement, that most doctors never discuss. When researchers studied this network, they found something fascinating. The somatocognitive action network creates actual physical barriers to improvement when negative beliefs are present. Your beliefs aren't just abstract thoughts. They're producing measurable changes in how your visual system functions. Brain scans tell the story clearly. When comparing individuals with positive versus negative beliefs about their capabilities, scientists have observed striking differences in neural activity. Those who believed they could improve showed heightened activity in areas associated with visual processing and adaptation, like brightly lit highways allowing information to flow freely. Meanwhile, those with negative beliefs displayed reduced activities in the same regions, like dimmed pathways with roadblocks. Their brains were literally shutting down routes to improvement. Fear of failure, which is known as atychipophobia, affects this process significantly. Many people experience this when it comes to their vision. This fear connects directly to perfectionism and triggers a powerful avoidance response. When you've tried to improve your vision before without immediate results, your brain remembers that disappointment. The next time you consider trying vision improvement techniques, that memory activates anxiety and resistance. Research shows that individuals experiencing fear of failure report feelings of helplessness and powerlessness. These emotions trigger specific neural pathways that inhibit your visual system from adapting. Your brain essentially says, why try if we'll fail again? What's particularly interesting is how these negative beliefs create a self reinforcing cycle. When you believe your vision can't improve, your brain dampens its natural adjustment mechanisms. The visual cortex becomes less responsive to stimuli that would normally trigger adaptation. Your eyes maintain the physical capacity to improve, but your brain actively prevents that improvement. Perfectionism plays a particularly harmful role in this process. Many people approach vision improvement with an all or nothing mindset, expecting perfect results immediately. When that doesn't happen, they conclude the entire approach is flawed. This black and white thinking activates the scan network in ways that physically block progress. But here's where this research offers hope. The same network that's currently blocking your progress can be reprogrammed. The neural connections forming this barrier developed over years of reinforcement. And because neural pathways are malleable, they can be redirected with the right approach. Your brain's remarkable capacity for change doesn't shut down when you sleep. In fact, it might be doing its most important visual related work during those restful hours. This hidden nighttime processing creates powerful opportunity that most vision improvement programs completely overlook. Neuroplasticity is the foundation of how your visual system adapts and improves throughout your life. Think about how you learn to ride a bike or play an instrument. Your brain physically reorganizes to master those skills. Your visual brain works the exact same way. It's consistently reorganizing based on your experiences. The key is directing this natural plasticity towards improved vision rather than reinforced dependency. Most people focus exclusively on physical eye exercises while neglecting the mental techniques that accelerate progress. It's like trying to fly a twin engine plane with one engine running. Research shows that combining mental techniques with physical exercises creates significantly better results than physical approaches alone. When using mental techniques and physical exercises, now your twin engine plane is finally running in harmony and flying more efficiently. So, how do we tap into this untapped potential? You can try this simple 3 step framework to start reprogramming your visual neural pathways. The first step is awareness. Recognize when your brain defaults to I can't see, like when you automatically reach for your glasses as soon as you wake up. I get many comments from people saying that they can't see anything without their glasses, but the truth is, you can see something. You can see size, shape, and color. The second step is interruption. Consciously stop that automatic pattern. Pause before grabbing your glasses or saying, I can't see anything. And the third step is replacement. Substitute a new pathway. Take a breath and allow your eyes to adjust naturally for a while before putting on your glasses. You may go from immediately putting on your glasses in the morning to putting them on after an hour or two. Now, for your information, I ran a 5-day cohort focused on this very concept of mindset before introducing eyesight improvement exercises. Want to transform your eyesight today? Get access to the 5-day replay by clicking on the link above or the link in the description below. Now, this framework addresses the root causes of vision changes. They redirect established neural patterns towards improvement. People who implement these techniques consistently report measurable changes in their vision within weeks, sometimes days, and sometimes within hours. Now, these are improvements that doctors often can't explain through conventional understanding. When eye doctors can't explain vision improvements, it's easy to dismiss them as outliers or coincidences. But what happens when we look closer at these success stories? There have been dozens of cases where people have dramatically reduced their prescriptions by addressing their mental barriers first. These follow a pattern that reveal how powerful your mind is in the vision improvement process. Let me share a transformation story that might surprise you. My wife was able to cut her prescription in half without doing any eye exercises at all. Her journey began when she simply decided to wear her glasses less frequently. Over a period of 4 to 6 months, she gradually reduced how often she reached for her glasses, giving her eyes more opportunities to work on their own. The turning point came unexpectedly one morning when she put on her glasses and immediately felt something was off. "These don't feel right anymore," she told me, describing a sensation of everything looked warped and uncomfortable. The glasses that once helped her see clearly now seemed to be distorting her vision. This strange but exciting moment prompted her to schedule an eye exam. During that appointment, to the doctor's surprise, as well as my wife's, her prescription had been reduced by almost 50%. This dramatic improvement happened without any specialized techniques, just by changing her relationship with her glasses, which represented a shift in her mental approach to vision. We talk about her experience in detail in this video here. What makes her story particularly valuable is the clear timeline of improvement. Within 4 to 6 months, by simply wearing her glasses less often, she experienced measurable physical improvements in her eyesight. This isn't an isolated incident. The pattern is clear. When the mental barriers are addressed first, physical vision improvement follows in a surprisingly predictable timeline. What's most encouraging is that age doesn't seem to be a limiting factor many people believe it to be, contradicting conventional wisdom that eyesight decline becomes inevitable with age. Imagine the possibility that your vision could improve in a similar way. These success stories suggest that by shifting your mindset about your visual system, you might unlock improvements that conventional wisdom says are impossible. The key seems to be addressing these mental barriers first, then allowing the visual system the freedom to function more naturally. Worried this might not work for you? The answer is yes, it can. Studies show programs integrating mental techniques alongside physical exercises have a 30% higher success rate and improvement. That's because your vision challenges aren't just physical, they're rooted in psychological patterns that we must address. Now, remember, this isn't about perfection. It's about consistently challenging those patterns, holding your eyesight hostage, or anything you want to improve about yourself. Even small mental shifts can trigger significant visual processing changes. Are you ready to break free and see what's truly possible?